Hi guys, welcome to part 2 of Chiang Mai Revisited, where we will be exploring Doi Suthep. Hi guys, well, as you can see, we are on the scooter and we are currently on our way to Doi Suthep, the mountain. For those of you who have not visited Chiang Mai before, Chiang Mai is overlooked by the mountain of Doi Suthep. Doi Suthep is situated about 20 kilometers outside of Chiang Mai, and this journey normally takes between 30 and 40 minutes depending obviously on traffic and the mode of transport that you decide to take. And the reason why we are traveling to the mountain is there are two temples situated on Doi Suthep. And of course, not forgetting Bubing Palace, which is also situated on the mountain, and this is where members of the royal family stay when they are visiting Chiang Mai. Okay, we are now on Wat Phra Lat Road, which is situated in the northwest corner of the city, and this is the road that will take us to Doi Suthep. And along this road you will find a very nice arboretum which you may wish to stop at and explore. There is also Chiang Mai Zoo situated along this road. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, you can do this by clicking the icon on the lower right hand side of the screen. Alternatively, clicking the subscribe button below the video. It's totally free, so don't forget to subscribe. As you approach the national park where Doi Suthep is situated, you will come across a very nice viewing area which also has a waterfall. This area offers views of Chiang Mai city. The waterfall may be large or small depending on what time of year you visit. A little further along this road you will come across a very quaint coffee shop, which makes a great place to stop, relax and take in some refreshment. They also have on the wall of the coffee shop a very handy map of the mountain, allowing you to work out your position, where you are and where you want to go. The map also shows all the places of interest on Doi Suthep, including the distance to the summit. So not only do you get refreshments, but you get directions as well. This unusual little coffee shop is well worth a visit. There are lots of these type style coffee shops dotted all over Thailand. The first temple that you will come to as you drive up Doi Suthep mountain is called Wat Phra Lat. And you would be forgiven in thinking that this temple consists of only two structures, as looking in from the road one can only see two buildings. I have visited this temple on several occasions before when I have been in Chiang Mai, and I was under the impression that the two buildings we are now exploring was Wat Phra Lat. And as you can see, the buildings themselves are decorated in a very simple style, and this has a very calming effect when entering the building. The second building, which I had always presumed was the main part of the temple, is also decorated in a very simple style, compared to a lot of other Thai temples that I have visited in the past. Even though the decoration inside these temple buildings is of a very simple style, it is also very pretty. However, I was unaware of the secret that Wat Phra Lat holds, and I spent a while walking around the two structures that I could see, totally unaware that there is far more to Wat Phra Lat than I could see. As you can see, there is a small road on the left hand side of what I had presumed was the main part of the temple building, and there are no visible signs that I could see explaining where this road leads to. So I decided to be a little bit nosy and explore where this road goes, and I can totally understand how very easy it would be to miss the real Wat Phra Lat. In fact, I myself had done so on several occasions before. The small road led me down a short way to what is in fact the real Wat Phra Lat, and this part of the temple is totally hidden from the road. Wat Phra Lat, which means monastery at the sloping rock, was originally used as a resting place for people walking up to worship at Doi Suthep. But once the road was built in 1935, making Doi Suthep much more accessible, Wat Phra Lat in turn became a monk's residency. Wat Phra Lat is seldom visited by the tourist, and I can totally understand why. It is very difficult looking from the roadside to know that this temple even exists. As you can see, the temple is currently undergoing renovations. However, I urge you not to let this put you off from visiting this temple. The temple is well kept, yet you can see how nature creeps and overflows in certain areas, making you feel like you are visiting a forgotten land surrounded by peace and tranquility. Wat Phra Lat Temple and Monastery is nestled in the forest, just a few kilometers down the road from Doi Suthep. There are no crowds, no shops or food stalls here, no unwanted distractions. This Buddhist temple is as peaceful as it gets. Sitting next to a waterfall, hiding under the tree's canopy, it might be completely out of sight, but it has a stunning overview of the city of Chiang Mai that is well worth visiting and admiring. Yes, while Doi Suthep is one of the most famous temples in Chiang Mai and also one of the most beautiful, but it has to be said, Wat Phra Lat, while smaller and less opulent, has a setting that rivals Doi Suthep's overall beauty. In fact, I would say the setting is straight out of an Indiana Jones movie. In all of the years I have spent in Thailand, I have to say that I have never come across a temple quite like Wat Phra Lat. Well guys, as you can see, we have just arrived at the very well-known temple Doi Suthep, and this is probably one of the most visited temples in Chiang Mai. The temple was first founded in 1383 when it is said that the first stupa was built, and over time the temple has expanded and become more extravagant. The temple can be reached from Chiang Mai by road to the base car park. We are currently just outside the car parking area at the front of the temple, and as you can see there are various vendors selling food, clothing and souvenirs. This area can be used for parking scooters and motorbikes, and I believe there is a designated car park for cars. There are also small buses available to take you up to Bubing Palace if you do not wish to drive there yourself, also the summit and hill tribe villages. From the visitors car park there are 309 steps to climb before reaching the first pagoda. The lower area is mainly full of vendors and small shops selling refreshments, food, clothing and souvenirs, etc. Once you have made your way past this area, you will begin the main climb to the temple. The The stairway leading up is decorated on either side by a multi-headed dragon with its tail leading up to the temple. The detail in the decoration is extremely beautiful. It is worth mentioning that this climb is fairly steep and can be tiring due to the heat and humidity. Within this site there are pagodas, statues, bells, a museum and also a shrine. You will of course need to purchase a ticket from the ticket office for a small charge before entering the main temple. Once inside the temple grounds, visitors must be dressed appropriately and remove all footwear. If you wish to pay your respects to Buddha, this can be done by purchasing a flower, candle and incense stick for around 20 baht, which can be purchased from inside the temple, and these can be placed at various sections around the temple. There are of course vendors outside selling the same at a slightly higher price. As you enter the main section of the temple, you will notice a central structure covered in gold. This structure is referred to as JD. The original copper-plated Chedai is the most holy area of the temple's grounds, and you will notice that this Chedai has a walkway around it. It is the Thai custom to walk around this structure 3 times to show their respect. It has to be said that the decoration within this temple is very grand and lavish, and one could easily spend hours just wandering around, taking in the beautiful designs of this temple. If it is your first visit to a Thai temple, it is worth knowing that in Thai culture it is considered an insult to turn your back to a Buddhist statue while moving away from the statue. The actual name of this temple is Wat Phra Lat at Doi Suthep, but most people call it the Doi Suthep Temple, and it is one of the few temples in Thailand that houses an emerald Buddha. The original emerald Buddha is housed in the temple of Wat Phra Lat, or the Temple of the Emerald Buddha, and is regarded as the most important Buddhist temple in Thailand, which is located in the historic centre of Bangkok within the grounds of the Grand Palace. And it is said that the highly revered Buddha image was meticulously carved from a single block of jade. Leaving behind the main temple area and entering the grounds of the outer part of the temple, you will find this area to be equally as nice, offering stunning views of Chiang Mai city. If you are enjoying the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. You can subscribe to my channel by clicking the on-screen logo now. Alternatively, you can subscribe by clicking the subscribe button below the video. And don't forget to click the little bell icon next to the subscribe button so you don't miss any of my latest videos. Thanks for watching the video. See you next time.